I'm Hilary, a mom in Oklahoma, I'm like, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm Hilary, a mom in Oklahoma, and we are finally cooking.
And I'm Hannah, a stay-at-home mom in Texas, and I don't know why we do these intros anymore.
Yeah, exactly. This is episode 70 of the Don't Use to Read podcast. Hi, guys. Yeah, exactly. I'm like losing myself in them apparently, but we'll have to reassess eventually. Okay. So today we're talking about Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, obviously, and we're going over chapters 7 and 8. I guess let's maybe talk about just the last bit of what happened in 6. Okay, so it was Gilderoy Lockhart, and it was his class, and he left them to put up the pixies.
And Ron is like, he's not. He's
Oh,
not
yes,
all he's cooked up to be.
how Ron is intuitive.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get into chapter 7, Mudbloods and Murmurs.
What is Murmurs about? Do you know?
Maybe are they talking about like the little words that Harry was starting to hear?
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah, that would make sense. Okay, so when we start this chapter, my my big note is just that Ron's wand is not working right.
It's done. It's been done, right? Like since
Yeah,
last book,
but I
maybe?
was thinking that though, because remember how like they make a big thing out of like Harry going to pick out his wand and like how the wand chooses the wizard.
Mm-hmm.
And Ron,
Oh, it doesn't work well if it's
yeah,
not.
right, because whenever Harry was in the shop trying to pick out his wand or like I guess the wand picking Harry, they weren't working right. And the wand Ollivander was like, "Oh, we'll know. Like it won't work well if it's not your specific wand, if you're not the owner of the wand." And Ron, this is not even his wand in the first place.
Yeah, whose was it? His one of his brothers? Do they
Yeah,
say who?
for his first 2 years at Hogwarts, the wand he was using belonged to Charlie.
Who's like a grown adult now?
That's so sad. Yeah, anyway, that's all. Just a side note that I'm like, not only was it broken by the Whomping Willow, but also it just, yeah, wasn't, it's not his. So I feel like it was probably never going to function like it should.
You know what's interesting now, having read through everything, is that we are occasionally still seeing like little mentions of Scabbers.
Mm,
Like he obviously we don't see him much, but we are occasionally like he becomes a bigger deal later, but we already are seeing little mentions of him. It'll be nothing about him. It'll just be
yeah,
like,
mention, he's just there.
yeah, just like, oh, they sat down and Scabbers was on the bed, or like that's it.
Hmm.
Nothing about the plot. It's just interesting, which is pretty good. Again, it just gives her writing, just says like what her writing was solid.
Hmm.
Okay, so yeah, so basically the whole thing, Hannah and I were talking about these chapters. I will admit, going to reading through this again, so far we have not had a ton of plot, honestly. I was thinking of that when I was reading these this week, was like I feel like these could almost be like little I forget what the actual literary term is, but they're like a slice of life. That's what I think I was looking for.
Hmm.
Like they could be like a little tiny little story, like not necessarily even involved with each other.
Yeah.
There's just like pockets of these are random things that have happened at Hogwarts. And I don't say it like a bad thing. I still really like it, but not a lot of plot has happened so far. So we just know right now, like the main thing that happens in this chapter is, well, okay, wait, first we have Quidditch. So we're back. We know that Harry is practicing Quidditch. He's still on the Quidditch team. And then we know that Colin, who is we were introduced to him last chapter, I think. Yeah, I think he is obsessed with Harry big time and very annoying, and Harry is just not. not flattered, doesn't want it, doesn't want any of this attention. And I had texted Hannah that this Colin guy is like the Home Alone kid. I forget what his name is. I don't know what it is, if we even know it. But the Home Alone kid that's like
Mm-hmm.
with the van in the van, it's like, do you know about automatic transmissions? Does this have four-wheel drive? And and the guy's like, I don't know, kid, beat it. And but Harry does not stand up for himself like that. So he's just harassed all the time by this kid.
I did like how in this scene though, J.K. Rowling used Colin to like sprinkle in reminders for the readers about Quidditch. So like Colin
Uh-huh.
Colin's
Because he's
asking
like,
all these
tell me
questions.
about it.
Yeah, about Quidditch. And so Harry is explaining Quidditch to Colin about the balls, about how many people are on the team, the positions that they play. This feels intentional. It's just her recapping Quidditch, because I wouldn't remember. Like if she mentioned it in book one and then moved on and was just like, "Here they go," I mean, I would just.
That's true. That's a good point.
So I like that she did that. And then we also see Slytherin, and Malfoy is a new seeker for the Slytherin team.
Yeah, that's new. So he was not a player last year, and that was like a big source of contention for him. That Harry was
Mm-hmm.
technically not supposed to be allowed to play, but they made an exception for him
Mm-hmm.
because he was really good. However, I mean, I could see, I'll give that to Draco. I could see how he's like, hey, that's special treatment because
Mm-hmm.
of who he is.
I always say this every week. I'm like, see, this is why they like the whole vibe of
But you are reading
hostility.
that Draco book.
But I've said this though, irrelevant to that. He does get special treatment and he does like
Yes.
he may not want it or ask
Do you
for it, but
do you
he
think he
does.
got special treatment though because of like his parents or what he went through, or do you legitimately think because the book makes it seem like no, he was just really good and that's
Yeah.
why they made the exception. But like let's say it was Ron
I
who
think
was
he
really good. Do you think they would have
I think he was really good, but I think it's fair? No, because no one else like it wasn't like they had an audition
what was it like the
for.
first one in like 100 years or
Yeah,
300
like he
100
was
years?
doing something he shouldn't be doing, happened to be seen, and then they're like, "Oh, you're amazing." To Draco's point, because I want to say it's mentioned that Draco is really good at being a seeker also. So like
Hmm.
he never got, I said audition. What is, that's not the word. What's
A
the word?
tryout.
Yeah. I was like, this is not the right sport. Um, the term. So yeah, he didn't have a tryout. So my point is it's like it wasn't like a casting for anybody, and then they were like, "Oh, Harry is so good." It was just
Hmm.
like I mean, I
Hmm.
don't know that it was because it was him, but I can see why other people would be mad.
Hmm. Because like Draco couldn't even try.
No, it was never even an opportunity. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, it makes sense. So, okay, so Draco is now on the team though, because he's old enough now. And he or his dad bought the whole team the brand new brooms, whatever Harry has, right?
No, it's better
Oh,
than what Harry has.
the level up.
Yeah, the one newer. It's the newest. The Nimbus 2001.
Okay, he had the 2000.
For everybody too, not
Yeah,
just for Draco.
Harry's feeling kind of bad. I mean, everyone's kind of feeling kind of bad over this. The main point was Hermione makes a comment about those brooms to Draco
Hmm.
because she's like, well, she said, at least no one on the Gryffindor team had to buy their way in. They got in on pure talent, which again is another valid point. That's what it looks like.
Hmm.
Malfoy was offended and he said, no one asked your opinion, you filthy little mudblood. And apparently, like, we haven't heard this term before, but I mean, by the way everyone reacts, it's like a huge, massive
Hmm.
slur.
Yeah, everybody's gonna attack.
Like, everyone, not just Ron. It was like, it said Fred and George, Ron, everyone.
Which, I didn't even notice that Hermione didn't even know what
No,
this
she
meant
didn't.
either.
She's just like, I could tell it was bad based on how everyone acted, but that's it.
Yeah, so they get a whole explanation. And Ron's reaction, I was like, oh, so like he just
Yeah, you
immediately
could
wants to defend
tell
her honor.
he was very defensive.
Which so he tries to like curse Malfoy. And as we have said, the wand is not working well.
And
And
he's not really good at
no,
spells and
because we
stuff.
remember that turning the mouse yellow, and that was not the wand's fault. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, though. I don't know how much is Ron's fault and how much is like the wand not really belonging to him. And then now it's broken. Either way, it did not go well. It rebounded. He was trying to curse Malfoy eat slugs, and then he's now barfing up slugs.
That has to be one of the grossest things
I
ever.
said last time, I said we're gonna get into icks because this book, there's so many things that just gross me out. This is one of them. It's so nasty. He's just burping over, like the whole chapter, he's burping slugs and throwing them up, and it's just disgusting.
Like all day, it sounds like.
The movie makes this even worse because I can visualize it even better.
Yeah, I mean, even reading about it, I was like, this is getting nasty. So they
Mm.
immediately go to Hagrid's house, hut, whatever. And Hagrid, uh, I mean, I don't think he does any good. He basically just gives Ron a bucket. And they meet Gilderoy Lockhart kind of on the way there. Again, always causing trouble.
Yeah, Gilderoy is just trying to like correct Hagrid on how to do his job, which I don't I don't know that he should be helping anybody. But this is where they kind of get their little education about what Malfoy said to
Hmm.
Hermione. So basically, I mean, we all put it together, but they say that it is slang for dirty blood or common blood, people who are born from muggles. And I mean, we see this like from book one, and we will continue to see it where there are the purebloods who feel elite, I guess. And but then I mean you also have the purebloods like the Weasleys and they just don't care. But that is a point of contention for sure between these groups the whole series.
But the Weasleys, I think they have married muggles before, I think.
I mean, they mentioned the person in accounting or something, but like they
Hmm.
are purebloods. They just don't it's just I think coincidental. Like they don't feel like you have to be pureblood.
Which is a good introduction because we do, like you said, this will continue to come back over and over in the series. Just, I mean, this doesn't matter, but Harry again notes how Hagrid, he suspects that he's doing magic through his in the with the umbrella, that maybe he's hiding his wand, which we have seen him do that in the last book before.
Is his
Oh,
wand in there?
that's what Harry thinks.
Did
Yeah.
they break his wand? Didn't they break his wand?
That's what they said, but
So
Harry's been noticing him doing stuff with it.
it's like Ron.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, and we know Hagrid's growing pumpkins. A lot of them.
Mm.
Big ones.
I didn't even notice this. So that's funny.
Well, I noticed it because the ASMR room that you send has the pumpkins all around it.
But yeah, I do see it now. I see where it talks about the umbrella and all this. He had been expelled in his third year. Harry has no idea why.
Okay, so they go back to the castle, and this is where McGonagall finds them and tells them what their punishment was going to be for flying into the school. And so Ron has to go with what's his name, Filch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and help him polish like things. And Harry has to go help Lockhart. And they both are like think it's the worst thing ever. Do you always think these punishments start so late?
Yes, I'm so surprised. I'm like,
It's
they're
like,
up all night?
yeah, because it says like they
That's
worked from like
crazy.
8 p.m. and Harry said he got done like at midnight.
Yeah, and then like when they were going to the Forbidden Forest, it was like the middle of the night.
Yeah.
I guess that's why. I guess it's a punishment, but I don't know. That seems terrible to me. Hermione's happy, and that makes me happy too. She's like, happy that they're punished.
Ron had to polish things over and over. Like for Harry said he got back like around midnight. Ron got back later. And
Because he
so he
couldn't
said,
use any magic. That's what they made
yeah,
sure to tell him.
he's like, I can't clean and I can't, whatever. But he said he kept barfing all over the stuff
Oh,
too. And so
yeah.
he had to clean it up again. So I'm like, yeah, I don't honestly, I felt like a just punishment. And then Harry had to address envelopes for
His
Lockhart,
didn't even
but
seem like that much of a punishment. I know that he's the worst. Lockhart
well,
is
I think
annoying.
McGonagall knew that
I
this would be punishment for
guess.
Harry.
Yeah, I guess. Because I was like, that doesn't seem that bad.
But to be in a room with someone that's very annoying and never stops talking about themselves for 4 hours would be
I I
a
don't
bit
know.
much.
Which would you pick? Which punishment?
Nah,
I would pick the letters 100%.
I don't know. I might just like put my head down and polish the cups and be
Because then
like,
I'm
I'll
like,
be
you're
done.
gonna polish the cups and then Filch is not gonna be happy. I'm sure he's like making him really polish them. Like, I
But
don't
to be stuck in a room with someone that's full of themselves and never stops talking about themselves for
I
four
just I
hours,
feel like I've been around a lot of really annoying people that I
I
could
know I
deal
have
with it
two.
for four
But I'm like, and
hours.
I don't want to anymore.
Okay, so while he is in his punishment, Harry starts hearing whispering, which yeah,
That,
you're right. Duh.
yeah.
I feel like so dumb now. The murmurs. Creepy. Super creepy. I was listening to this while reading it.
Oh.
I did not like that. I was like, ugh.
I did not listen to it, but yeah, so we don't know anything about this at all. Nothing. We just know he's hearing something. Voices.
I didn't even want to read it, but here we go. Come, come to me. Let me rip you. Let me tear you. Let me kill you. I'm like, ooh.
Is this your another ick?
Yeah, gross. Yeah, okay, side note. I was listening to this, reading it early. No one had woken up yet in my house. And this was when I told Hillary, Josh opened the closet,
Oh.
yelled so loud, and it scared me. But like, it scared me regardless. But also, I think I was creeped out because it was the audio and it was like, come, let me rip you. And then Josh like opened the door and scared me. And I was not. I was pretty mad. So anyway.
Was it in your AirPods?
No, no, that at least made it better. No, I had it on in the
Oh,
closet.
so he probably heard it and
He
knew.
didn't know. He's
Oh.
probably hearing me talk about this right now. No, he did not know. I didn't tell him. I was just mad.
Okay, so then we go to chapter 8, the Deathday party.
That's my ick number two.
The
I
whole
do not.
party.
Yes, the whole party.
The Deathday party. Okay, so we're in October, back to Halloween time. So unfortunately, we do get the descriptions of like Hogwarts, but they're not. We kind of go quickly through them. For to be fair, we've already heard it in the last book, but nothing really. I mean, going on. So it's like people are getting sick, having to go to Madame Pomfrey, and then Hagrid's pumpkins are continuing to grow to the size of garden sheds,
That's
which is quite
crazy.
large. Yes, and then lots of rainy weather. So we know we're having bad rain, wind, just, I mean, fall. It's fall time. That's what it is. So it's raining. That's why it all started. Harry has been outside in Quidditch practice and he comes in. It says he squelched in to the corridor and he runs into nearly headless Nick. Just a reminder, who's the ghost of Gryffindor Tower, who's kind of annoying. I don't know. He's kind of like pity party all the time. So he's feeling sorry for himself because he was ineligible to join, what was it?
The
The
headless hunt.
club. Yeah, Headless Hunt.
Because he's only nearly. I just, all of this is very like meh to me.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't really care. I don't
He
know.
doesn't qualify because, yeah, he's not totally
He's not
headless.
headless.
And so, anyway, also not like that's not really related, but also Halloween is his what 500th death day. And so he's
Yeah.
having a big party. It's the same day as the Halloween party that the school hosts, and Nick wants Harry to come so that way he can like, I mean, what? Just talk him
He
up.
wanted him, yes, to tell whoever was in charge of this, that he was so scary. But I don't really feel attached to him,
No.
honestly. So it's not like it was Hagrid or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, he didn't want to go. So that's also
And
funny
they're
is
missing
that
out on their party that
yeah,
they
on the
wanted to go
good
to.
party.
Hang on. I That's why I mentioned before that it was raining and Harry came in with the mud because he ran into Filch.
Oh, yeah.
And Filch was mad at him because he's like, mess and muck everywhere. I've had it. Follow me. So he got to go to Filch's office.
Oh, yeah. Wait,
So
yeah, way past that.
near Nick invited him to the party, and then but in the right after that, Harry had to go to Filch's office because Filch is upset
Mm.
because he's like, "You're making a mess. Now you're gonna pay." And he's like, "Oh my God, I can't get afford to get in trouble. It was just mud. I was inside. I was outside with Quidditch." And he's like, "I don't care." But this was weird too. Like his office, it says it's like dingy, windowless, smells like fried fish.
He's
Um,
weird and creepy.
yeah, and he has a set of collection of chains and manacles on the wall. And it said it's common knowledge that he was always begging Dumbledore to let him suspend students by their ankles from the ceiling. So that's weird. And
Why
he
was he allowed to
be
de
there.
Yes. And I
I
was
don't
talking to
know.
Josh about this because I'm like, I don't understand why he's here. And I tried to look up information about him, like where did he come from? Why is he here? Because the only point to really mention here is that Harry finds his book, and it's a quick spell book in the office where it tells you like how to do magic for people who can't do magic. Um, but
Yeah,
it's
so he's a
weird.
fraud.
And Josh was like, "Well, I think that he was an outcast and Dumbledore liked to take care of people who were outcast and had nowhere to go." I'm like, "Yeah, but he's like talking about hanging kids on chains. I don't know. I don't know. Odd."
Yeah, it's funny how they're really concerned about Snape, but not him.
Mm,
Anyway, so
yeah.
yeah, they find out he's kind of a fraud. He doesn't really know magic and whatever. And so because of that, I think he was like, all right, well, I'll let you go this time. Just don't tell anyone what you saw.
Yeah, that's awkward.
Because I guess he can't really punish the kids with magic, you know?
Well, no, he wants to punish them with the chains.
Okay, so, but anyway, moving on. Hermione seems excited by this party. Ron is not. So they end up going to this party. Oh, by the way, Fred and George were like blowing up a lizard. Do
What?
you not see that? It says they rescued a brilliant orange fire dwelling lizard, but they fed him a filibuster firework.
No, I did not.
Yeah, and it said it suddenly whizzed into the air, emitting loud sparks and bangs as it whirled wildly around the room. So Percy bellowing himself hoarse at Fred and George, the spectacular display of tangerine stars showering from the salamander's mouth and its escape into the fire. So I don't know if this lizard died,
It was now smoldering gently on a table. I did not even. No,
but I was
see,
like,
add it to my list. Ick. That is no, not okay. No. Nope. And then to continue, yes. Okay, so the party. Gross. Everything about this party is nasty. Like the music is nails on the chalkboard. It's the food is all rotten and nasty. Um, they say that
like
it's
maggots.
yeah, freezing cold like a freezer because all of the dead ghosts. And
By
then
the by the way, Hagrid's pumpkins became so big that they said they carved them that they're large enough for three men to sit in. So
I
that's a
don't I don't feel
new
like the
decoration.
music, sorry, the movie. I don't feel like the movie showed us these pumpkins
No,
that are
that
this
was just a
big.
new addition to the decor that I always add on. Okay, anyway, yes, the nasty maggoty food. So they said it was like a freezer with
Mm.
gross food, a tons of candles.
And when the ghost like walks through you, you just feel it like freezing. It's just nasty. Everything about this.
So Hermione kind of mentions, and we are about to be introduced to another annoying character, Moaning Myrtle.
I'm with all the icks, and then Hillary's all the characters in
Yeah,
this book.
Moaning Myrtle. We don't know who she is, and Hermione just tells them she haunts the bathroom, one of the toilets in the bathroom.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it's like it's out of order all year because she keeps having tantrums and flooding the place. She can't even pee. That's what Hermione says without her wailing. It's just she can't. So we know she's just a pity party, basically. And that's basically what she is. So we do meet her because also at this party is Peeves, who is a poltergeist, not a ghost. I don't know.
Yeah, like he's not the same.
They said he's not transparent or anything
Hmm.
like these other ghosts. He's bright. He has wearing a bright hat. Anyway, but he causes trouble. So he's like, "Oh, you're talking about Myrtle? I'll go get her. Myrtle, come here. They're talking about you."
Yeah.
And Hermione's like, "No, no, I was talking good about you, how great you are and whatever." And she's like, "No, you don't lie to me. Everyone says I'm fat and ugly and miserable, moaning, moping." She must have been a real joy when she was alive. I'm like, no wonder you're not alive anymore.
It is, she is bad. Yeah, she's annoying.
So where's our introduction to her? We will see her again many times.
Yeah, she's here to stay. She's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this party again, Harry's hearing the creepy whispering voices. Um, I mean, it just gets gross. It just gets worse and worse. Um, rip, tear, kill. So hungry for so long. Kill, time to kill. Guys, I can't.
All they know is that it's a cold, murderous voice. That's all. Like it
Oh, but
doesn't
only
say.
Harry can hear it. And that's the thing too. Like whenever he was with Gilderoy Lockhart, Gilderoy did not hear anything. And then now Harry is like, "Oh my gosh, do you hear it? Do you hear it?" And Ron and Hermione are like, "What are you talking about? We don't hear anything." But they are now chasing because Harry is running. Harry's like, "No, I hear something. I hear a noise or I hear a voice." And so now they're all three trying to chase the whispering voice that
Yeah,
only Harry can hear.
he's like, they're gonna kill someone. Someone's gonna get hurt. So they run back up and then they see on the wall foot-high words. Yeah, so really large words. It says daubed on the wall. I'm guessing painted. It says the Chamber of Secrets has been opened. Enemies of the air, beware. And then we have a hanging cat,
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Norris. The caretaker's cat was hanging by her tail from the torch bracket. She was stiff as a board, her eyes wide and staring. Was she dead?
No.
I didn't think so. Because I was like, I feel like she was alive later, but it
We'll
sounded almost
we'll
like she was
find
dead.
out, but she's petrified.
So that was spooked. So they don't know what happened. They don't know what any of this means, but they know
Very
it's not good.
creepy. Like, okay, so at this point too, Ron was like, I'm pretty sure it was Ron. He's like, no, no, we need to get out of here because we don't want to be seen here. And as they're trying to go, all the Great Hall party is let out, and all the students come out and see the trio just standing there at the scene of the crime.
And we know, okay, and then Draco removes himself from the group and steps in front and he says, "Enemies of the air beware. You'll be next, Mudbloods."
Why did he say that?
He's a bad kid. Bad.
Yeah, weird. Mm-mm.
Okay, so that's where we end. So next week we're going to go over chapters 9 and 10, which is the writing on the wall, which according to illustration will have lots of moaning myrtle. and and chapter 10, which is the rogue bludger. So lots of stuff coming. I feel like it's finally picking up. Like, obviously, the Chamber of Secrets as a title. I'm like, it took us almost 40% to get to
Yeah,
mention it.
the plot. Josh was asking
Yeah.
me, he's like, "What chapters are you talking about?" And I was like, "Nothing has happened." Because I told him, I was like, at the end, I feel like we're just now hitting the
Yeah.
actual,
Almost halfway.
yeah.
I say that nothing happened, and then I talked the whole time. Okay, you can find me at Hillary Reads.
And I'm at Hannah Reads.
And our podcast Instagram is at Don't You to Read Podcast, all on Instagram. Come and find us and talk to us. It's been a lot of fun. You guys have been a lot of fun lately, just chatting about what you're reading and what's going on. So we love to see it. And rate and review us if you have a chance on Spotify or wherever you listen to us. And yeah, thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.